jersey, a super...
All the talking. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Neither fighter willing to slow down. He threw a punch and just got countered. They exchanged punches. We wanted action, and they are delivering. They exchanged punches. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
The reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight counter puncher smart.
Nice counter shot. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. Every time they drop their guard, they get... This is not good news for Ricky Hatton. But somehow weathered the storm.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself,
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Whoa, and Gatti got clipped there. This could be the end. No, Gotti's down. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
That's like...
So it's planned. On to the second round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Missing with that jab. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. They get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom, different tactics.
When you're fighting a swarmer and you know their goal is to bury their head right in your chest, the uppercut would probably come in handy.
You fight a swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about Hatton in that last round. They say no one knows a fighter better than their trainer, and this trainer is certainly considering maybe. The bell rings and we start the third. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that? That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
perfect counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Whoa, wait a minute. Ricky Hatton has been clipped. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
There's a counter shot. That left hook missed. There's a counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. And he scores with the counter. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back despite what the... Did you see that? Ricky Hatton right now not where he wants to be. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round? Here we go to the fourth round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Beautiful counter punch. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Caught him. Beautiful counter punch. Are we about to see Ricky Hatton go down? The hitman, Ricky Hatton, goes to the canvas. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Hatton in that last round. Boy, this next round is back into the fray here in round 5. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Missing with the left hook. A perfect counter shot. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Can Arturo Gatti survive this storm? And Gatti goes down. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
It's not over till it's over. Let's start the 6. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. That counter punch caught him clean. I don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
The courage on display here is incredible. Beautiful counter punch. This fight has a real good flow to it. He threw a punch and just got countered. Misses with the jab. A perfect counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance.
Here we go. It's round 7. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This is not good news for Ricky Hatton. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
A shot from the gods took him out.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Well, now it's about getting back to the...
And Gatti goes down! And as we see it again in slow motion, there's no doubt that body punch right there buckled him.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
How about that time counter shot? When are we going to see a jab from these two? That counter punch caught him clean. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Both men knocked down in that round. Round 8, and we're off again. Let's see how these two fighters respond after both got knocked down in the previous round.
That is showing the fitness, that is showing the stamina, that is showing the hard work done in the gym. If you can get knocked down and get back up and knock your opponent down, they've got it.
We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Ricky Hatton has been clipped. Let's see that again.
I need to see that again.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This...
Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at it. There's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Well, it's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected.